know I'm a little early, but I have to leave soon. Today I gotta go across the Tokyo, so I have to leave kind of early and get on the train. Oh, I hate morning train, but I have to take morning train. I would avoid morning train on weekdays if all possible because, well, I guess like within Tokyo isn't too bad compared to ones that come from the suburb. So if you want to take, if you work in Tokyo, then I see you're first. Got to Mary. Hello, hello. Um, so if you are living in like Saitama or Chiba or Kanagawa near Tokyo, and if you work, a lot of people do, and then you would commute to work in Tokyo, then you would leave around, I don't know, maybe 7:37 to get on the train that goes to Central Tokyo. That's the worst. Any crazy videos of train station staff pushing people into the closing doors. That's pretty much happening every single day for the trains that comes into Tokyo. So if you live in Tokyo and try to like work outside of Tokyo, then sure, but or you just wanna stay in Tokyo. Kyle, go Team Mary, Ohio. So again, I have to leave in like so today's gonna be really short. It's gonna be like 15 to 20 minutes. I don't want to do 30 minutes. If I do 30 minutes, I'm officially late. And this is a business meeting, so I cannot be late. All right, so today is 11th. Where is 11? Here, down here. Oh, over the present. Here we go. And today I am covering 5 Japanese phrases you must know, and almost you just need to know these, and then you should be fine, kind of. I can't open it. Oh. Here you go. I just realized you can cut the entire tree out. The cardboard box is kind of thick, so I don't think I can do with my nails. I'm gonna break my nails. But if you have a... Look at a nice one! Cool. Finally, you got something not face. Blue bauble, you said? I can't... Somebody told me before, like, oh, this is what it's called. B-A-U-L, B-A-U got, yeah, yay. I'm going to put it over Santa Claus here. Ta-da! Get a little bit of blue. I need more red. There we go. Ta-da! Alrighty, so Kyle, thank you. Thank you so much. I was about to do that. You could have everyone, every single live stream. Are you gonna have KFC for Christmas? No. No offense. I'm not a big fan of KFC, so I don't. I don't. I never had KFC for Christmas, but a lot of people do though. That's like how they got popular in Japan. I think that's one of the reason. Japanese food companies would do like a campaign, like Meiji chocolate for Valentine's Day, and so Japanese have the culture that female would. There you go. There you go. So, yeah, what was I gonna say? Vanity chocolate for the Valentine's Day. So the girls have to get chocolate and then give it to a, hold on, I think my setting is wrong. Give me 1 second. Sometimes it's fine. But today's not that kind of day, I guess. And then anything else? So Christmas KFC. Christmas is also Christmas cake. Yeah. So anyway, so that's today's event calendar. And then I wanted to go over what I think would be the 5 most effective Japanese phrase that you need to know. And then we will cover, if I have more time, I will cover a little bit more. KFC, yeah, no, I don't like KFC. Well, it's not, KFC's not Japanese food to begin with, right? Okay, so 5 phrases. I don't know if you can think of any Japanese phrase that you think those are important, just put it in a comment section and then I'll go over it. Maybe there are a few things that I missed and then So the first thing that can be very effective, and if you can use it in the right way, it sounds like native. Christian, you got it. すみません. Oh, Wayne, go Team Berry. So yes, すみません or すいません. If you type it out, it's すみません. But when you say it, you say すいません. And the reason why I picked this as like a first one is because you hear this a lot. So すみません can be excuse me. すみません can be thank you. すみません can be sorry. So Japanese people say すみません very, very, very often. So this doesn't really happen often in Japan because this is not like the custom that we have here. But let's say somebody in front of you when you want to go into the convenience store hold up the door for you. And then you don't say ありがとうございます. You can say it, but sounds a little weird. Dog, good Team Berry, good morning. Because ありがとうございます is a little strong. You only say ありがとうございます when you get the gift or something. And so when it's just like, they just hold the door for you. It's like a small thing and you never see that person. And you just say, すいません, right? Or of course, like textbook, when you want to ask something, すみません, where is the station, right? So すみません. And of course, when you bump into somebody, you say すみません. We don't say ごめんなさい. ごめんなさい also, again, same thing as ありがとうございます. It's too heavy. ごめんなさい is too heavy. And also ごめんなさい is also a little bit childish in adult world, business world. We don't say ごめんなさい. Sounds a little bit childish. Us. Okay, so next one will be 大丈夫です. This is one of the phrases my staff learned when he first came to Japan. And he kept saying 大丈夫, 大丈夫. And I was like, where did you learn that, right? And 大丈夫です or 大丈夫, but 大丈夫 is a little too casual. So how you use it, 大丈夫 is usually are you okay? Are you okay? But we don't use it in that way. So we use it in the way that when somebody offer you something and you don't want to accept it. So when, let's go back to the convenience store story. When you go in, you want to buy something, and then you put a drink on the counter. And then the staff scanned it, and like the total is how much, right? And then they usually ask you, like, do you need a bag? Or do you need chopsticks? Do you need fork, spoon? Yada, yada, yada. And if they offer something, and if you want it, you say hi, right? That's easy, hi. Everybody knows that. But if you don't want to get the plastic bag, especially in Japan, the plastic bag costs you like 3 yen, 5 yen, right? If you want to save that money, you can say, you don't say いいえ, That's no, right? いいえ. We never say いいえ because that's textbook. It's just so weird. And then Japanese people don't want to forcefully say no to other people. So instead, they say 大丈夫です. あ、大丈夫です. So other things like point cards. Japan has a lot of point cards. So when you go to shopping, there's like, oh, do you have V point card? Do you have D point card? Do you have Rakuten point card? And then you say, instead of saying 持ってません, I don't have it, you say, あ、大丈夫です. So 大丈夫です is kind of like you would kind of reject. So it's the same sense that when you fell and then somebody come running to you like, oh, are you okay? 大丈夫ですか? And then you say, 大丈夫です. It's not like you're saying I'm okay. Well, the direct translation will be I'm okay, but there is a there's an underlying nuance to this, saying like I'm fine, so leave me alone, in a nicer way. So 大丈夫です is generally to reject something. A very useful word is これ. Yeah. This. これ. I'm trying to go for something a little bit more, how can I say? Not too straightforward. So that you don't come off like, oh, you a foreigner. You know? Like if you say, like, ありがとうございます. 結構です. 結構です. It's so strong. 結構です. We don't say 結構です. Only time that we use 結構です is in the business manner and only in writings. Or you are so pissed off. Like 結構です. いりません. Like you just get off my face. Yeah, so you don't say 結構です. Okay. Next thing. お願いします. I think, よろしくお願いします. Yay. So, よろしくお願いします means when you are meeting someone for the first time. よろしくお願いします. Let's work together. Let's do something together, right? And kind of like a nice to meet you. We don't say はじめまして either. We don't really say はじめまして. We say よろしくお願いします. That's like, the start. That's like okay, 그친, we're gonna start the conversation. Ready, set, go. よろしくお願いします. Right? And we often end a business conversation with よろしくお願いします. That's like, so we liked what we discussed here. So from here, we are working, like, let's work together. よろしくお願いします. But if you say よろしくお願いします to everything, that when you want toよろしくお願いします is only for that purpose, but お願いします can be used in the various situations. So お願いします would be, again, when you go to the supermarket, and then if you feel you can, if you want to buy a Christmas tree, you can just, not say anything and then put it on the counter, the cashier. And then they will scan it, beep, 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 beep. And you don't have to say a single word. Oh, that's the beauty of Japanese culture. You don't have to say a single word if you're a customer. However, if you want to be polite, you can say, お願いします. So, please take care of this. お願いします. Or when you need to hand documents to somewhere. お願いします. Right? So, there are so many お願いします when you are kind of like, I want to say something and kind of like deliver the like appreciation as well, and then you would say お願いします. Story time. I was walking in Shinjuku. The older lady tried to get me into a club bar, and then I said いいえ. She got so angry at me. Yeah, if you are walking in Shinjuku, you don't want to go follow anyone who are standing outside a club or bar. Yeah, you don't want to do that. So it's okay if she or he's angry. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so that's お願いします, right? And if you want to be okay, I'm gonna save that to the end. So the other thing that you probably don't use this phrase if you're just hanging out with friends. And the reason why I'm doing like more focusing on non-casual, more professional phrases is because you can make any mistakes among your friends and then they're not gonna get offended, right? They would just happily correct. But if there is like only one time like a one time situation as a traveler, as a first timer in Japan, like it happens to everybody when you are visiting a new country for the first time and you speak that language, you don't want to mess it up, right? And if you started out with slightly wrong phrases, slightly wrong words, even like mispronunciations, and then when you get the little stare, like, what? Like I've had it before. Like I went to Hawaii for the first time, and then I was able to have a basic conversations, but like ordering food, ordering drink was kind of like, it was a big thing for me. And in the US, there are so many things you can do with just for one egg. When you get like egg and a toast or something for the breakfast, and then they would ask me, "How do you like your egg?" Well, I just want eggs. What do you mean? How do I like my egg? Right? And later on, I learned like you can ask for like over easy or sunny side up or anything, but like that's not something that we have in Japan. And so when something happens, and then especially in Hawaii, 80% of the population is like Asian, so they don't assume that you don't speak English. Anyone should be speaking English. And so they don't see me as a foreigner and they're like, okay, are you okay? And I remember the look, and that was kind of like I was like really shameful. So I understand that you don't want to mess things up when you are coming to Japan just because you say something different in Japanese. And Norm often says that Japan has this like back and forth catchball that's already a set. So you can't say something out of that a phrase and then people would instantly know that you're from other countries, and then they suddenly have a shield up. I was like, okay, she's foreigner, right? And you don't want that. And so those are more like phrases that you often use in a public space, like convenience store or other stores that you do shopping, or people who only meet for maybe once in your life. And you don't want to be rude to them. Okay, so with that, the next one is 失礼します。失礼します。I was kind of debating on whether or not I would put this 失礼します phrase in it because it's too polite. We don't often use it, but if you need to enter somewhere that you know that you might want to say something when you let's say you need to knock on the door and then you need to go in no, we don't say excuse me, right? We do have a custom to knock on the door, but there's a point where you want to say something but you don't know, and the Japanese people normally don't. But when you want to go through the door, you would say 失礼します. We learn in school. So there is a teacher's lounge, right? But we have to talk to the teachers, or sometimes we have to pick up something, or we have to turn in our homework or something. And we have this poster next to the door. This is how you enter the teacher's lounge. First, knock on the door. Second, slide it open, because in Japan it's not this, it's slide the door. Slide it open, and then you don't step in yet. You would stand straight outside of the door, and then you say 失礼します, and then you bow, and then you step in. And then you would say, I'm here for blah, 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 blah. And then you just go in. Nobody's going to answer it, but you just need to announce that. And then, because students are not supposed to be in the teacher lounge, that's why. And then when you're done, you do go straight to the doorway. Don't cross it yet. turn around to all the teachers there. You say 失礼します and then bow, and you step backwards, and then you close the door. So that's the whole routine that we learn as kids. You don't have to do that far, but it's something similar. So when you want to go in somewhere, you say 失礼します. If it's somebody's house, like friend's house, we say お邪魔します. Sorry for interruption, お邪魔します. But if you learn お邪魔します first and then say お邪魔します in the public place, and then people will look at you. It's like, what the, right? So you want to learn, you want to remember 失礼します. Because 失礼します, you can use it for both ways. So as I was explaining the children how they learn to enter a room, if you paid attention, I say 失礼します when children go in, and I say 失礼します when they go out. So you can use it both ways. So when you have a meeting or something, and then you say よろしくお願いします in the beginning, you say 失礼します to enter the room, and then you say よろしくお願いします. It's the start of the meeting, and then afterwards you say よろしくお願いします to end the meeting, and then you say 失礼します to get out. So, is it applicable when entering like offices? Yes. You would always say 失礼します. The last one is a little casual. So I guess if you start speaking like a few Japanese, and it probably won't happen often in the stores or anything, but like if you run into people who are interested in you, or if you have a little business meeting, and even if like the whole business meeting was done in English, if you try to speak Japanese here and there, like in the beginning, like 失礼します and then おはようございます失礼しますよろしくお願いします you can say back to back to back, and then they will be amazed. They're like, 日本語上手ですね. Like, you know, your Japanese so good. And then if you say, when they say 日本語上手ですね, and if you say, ありがとうございます, and then you instantly, yeah, you're a foreigner trying, right? But if you say, no, like, いえいえ, or いやいや, or yeah, like I don't know, like you can say as many times as you want. It's like no. That's like the like modest Japanese. Like when somebody give you a compliment, you deny casually and with a smile on your face. So if you have that whole like conversation, like you go in, 失礼します。よろしくお願いします。おはようございます。You can do it in any order, and then you can start with おはようございます。or こんにちは。we don't really say こんにちは。In a business situation, we don't really greet. よろしくお願いします。失礼します is like also kind of like a greeting. And then when they say, 日本語上手ですね。いや。よろしくお願いします。Right? And then they will be so happy, and then they would start because like they should know by that point that, you know, if you have a business conversation, a business meeting face to face, that they know that you don't actually speak Japanese. And so even if the whole meeting was done in English, and then at the end they say ありがとうございました。よろしくお願いします。失礼します。And then you go back, you run away. You wanna run away. You don't wanna just like, just hang out, because then you run out of stuff to speak in Japanese. But yeah, so that's pretty much what I have, and those are 日本語上手 is biggest lie. That is true. That is very true. If you are getting 日本語上手, that means they notice that you're a foreigner. They notice that you don't speak Japanese naturally. The biggest compliment is that they don't compliment on your Japanese. They just ignore that. And that's same in any language. So I never gotten like your English is really good, unless it's like on the comment section on YouTube that people know that I'm Japanese. And 発音上手, I never heard anyone say 発音上手 because everyone pronounce it differently. Like we often make fun of like Tokyo people often make fun of Osaka people because Osaka people say things every pronunciation is different, right? We don't say sayonara. We don't say sayonara. But yeah, like when I think like 日本語上手, 発音上手, and then you don't say anything. So I think from that conversation, Dawn, that you had with people around you, I guess like they already knew that you speak Japanese pretty good, and so I think they thought that it's offensive for you to say, "Oh, 日本語上手ですね," right? But they wanted to compliment you either way, so I was like, 発音上手ですね. Like, because you know that Japanese pronunciation and English pronunciation are pretty different. So a lot of people don't say おはようございます. They say おはようございます or something like that. So, I mean, like, it can be, I think it's a compliment. Yeah, it's weird. I thought it was, yeah, I think so. I think it's weird. But I think they were also kind of got confused. Like, oh, I want to point it out that you were speaking good Japanese, but like, I don't want to say Nihongo Jozo because it sounds very kind of offensive, I guess. But anyway, I'm running out of time, and let me know in the comment section if you can, if you want me to cover any other topics for the next. We still have like 10 more days, and I'm running out of topics. Or if you know certain Japanese that like, oh, this might be useful, and just leave it in the comment sections, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.